You a you never gonna check me, you never gonna address me. Well, guess what? Nicki checked you and addressed you. There's no way you conducted yourself the way you did. Do I condone this lady talking about this lady's deceased mother? Absolutely not. So for you to go head up with a big dog like her, you brave. And you know the little Megan's Law, that little Megan's Law line clearly struck a nerve with Miss Minaj.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for you. Don't think when you want me to. Like control. Yeah, like control.
I just wanna kick this shit off by saying fuck y'all. I ain't gotta clear my name on a motherfucking thing. It can help to make money, bitch.
Come be my hoe.
These hoes mad at Megan's Law. Bitch, you a pussy. You never finna check me.
You're feeling such a boy.
Drinking a bottle of Henny through a straw. Smoke fry.
Money bags for them transform. She easy. Call me the court. Behind her. Is that my fault? I got the vagina. What is you humping on my mind?
Hey everybody, it's your girl Lisa and I'm back again with another video. Ciao. 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 We about to get into some hot, juicy mother and tea. Y'all see the title of the video, Megan Thee Stallion versus
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Okay, listen, I know this tea is like a week and some change old at this point, and I'm not sure when y'all gonna get this video. You know, I had to hop into the mix, hop into the matrix for a little bit and put my little 2 cents on this Nicki Minaj versus Megan tea, okay? I got some other stuff that I want to cover in this video, so we gonna get into that in a sec. As y'all can see, not only will I be getting into the tea, but this is also a mukbang, okay? Look at my plate. Oh, I made that myself, Chef A, okay, period. I just got some rice, some baked chicken, and some string beans, some schlite. No, I did not order no food because we have Red Lobster in the house, period. And to the right of me here, I got my little hookah set up because, okay, we about to get into some things, so we got to set the mood. So get y'all drink. I got water, child. Get y'all drink, get y'all smoke, get whatever you need to get, cause we about to get into this video. Now, if you don't like mukbangs, click off the video, Bookie. Click off the video. This is my first, well, this is not my first time doing a mukbang. I did kind of do like a mukbang like in a subscriber diary, but this is like the first mukbang. It's like it's actually starting as a mukbang, not a mukbang halfway into the video. So listen, do me a favor. That shit good. If you don't like mukbangs, click off the video, cause I'm hungry. I didn't want this to just be like a sit down video. I wanted it to have some type of extra going on, so I will be eating and talking at the same time. I did not make any previous notes. I will be thinking of everything off the top of my head. So let's get into it. Well, it's not really off the top of my head, but it's not gonna be like super structured. Like, I wasn't even gonna do this video because I was just like kind of over this drama between Nicki and Megan. But I was like, nah, like I still gotta put my 2 cents in it, because one of y'all, you know what, I'm gonna get into it in a second. So, but first, I'm gonna get into, because I was supposed to do this like a really long time ago. This is gonna be a girl talk / tea talk. I don't know like what I'm really gonna title the video, y'all. Oh, I forgot to say, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Lacey, okay? Like this intro that I just did a lot. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video before you even continue, okay? Period. I had to, wow, it was like half a year ago, girl. It was like 6 months. I had made a community post basically stating that I was going to do a girl talk, but I never did it. So I figured like I could like turn this into like a girl talk too. Yeah. Well, this is my first meal of the day. It's 10:42. It's 10:42. I ate all day. I mean, I had a smoothie and some crackers, but I did just find 2 questions. Someone commented and said, can I talk about prioritizing mental health? Now, honestly, mental health is something that is very important, and I feel like we should all prioritize our mental health. But when we have so many distractions like social media and seeing other people's lives and just like the noise of the world, like I don't feel like I'm the best advocate for trying to tell people how to prioritize their mental health, because when it comes to mental health, like it's easier said than done to tell somebody how to prioritize their mental health, because my mental don't always be all the way there, but I feel like I definitely have a stronger mental than other people. So I really don't know how to tell you how to prioritize your mental health, but I mean, little things I would say that can help with your mental health are, you know, eating healthy, having a nice balance of fruits and vegetables and water, eliminating toxic people that might add stress to your life, exercising, finding a hobby. Like my hobby, even though I get a little paid off of it, is YouTube. Not to say that you should make a YouTube channel, but if you do, please make one and let me know so I can subscribe. Painting, I like to paint, so if I'm feeling stressed, I will go and paint. But yeah, that's all I got on that, okay? The next question that someone had was advice on dating while in college, or just college boys in general. Child, I'm not the best person for college dating advice either, because as y'all know, because if y'all not new to the channel, y'all already know like what like my college dating experience was like. I didn't date any college boys, okay? I dated someone who was significantly older than me, so I didn't really have a chance to date anyone in my college per se. But I didn't really find nobody like really attractive like that in my college to where like I would want to F with them. I would just say dating 101, like have your standards, have your boundaries, pay attention to the red flags, don't ignore red flags, and love yourself more than you love the guy. Because if a guy can tell that like you like him more than he likes you, they're gonna take advantage. But I feel like that's just with any situation, person gonna take advantage. That's all I'm gonna say for that, honestly, because I know y'all not here for that. I know y'all here for the piping hot tea. The girls are fighting. The girls are fighting! As of this week, Latto and Icespice, their beef has come to surface, okay? This is a beef that I feel like if you really pay attention to pop culture, you kind of already saw this coming. Because remember, it was probably like a year ago, Latto was on some red carpet, girl. This is when Ice first popped off. Latto was on somebody's red carpet and they was asking her to finish the lyrics. And I don't remember which song of Icespice it was. It was a song that was very popular. Everybody knew the song. The song was going crazy. It had to have been like Munch or In Her Mood. And if y'all don't know, I'm not a Spice cabinet. I'm not a stan of anybody, honestly.
Cap.
I'm only a stan of Drake. Like, Drake is one celebrity that I will go toe to toe with somebody else, but I'm not even at a point in my life, because I'm a day one Drake fan. I'm not even at a point in my life where I'm going to be arguing with people that I don't know on the internet or even in real life about Drake. But I will stand 10 toes down behind Aubrey. That's what I will do. I am like an Icespice fan. I mess with her heavy. Is she a lyricist? Is she the best top rapper on the planet? No. Some people will arguably say that, you know, she rose to fame quickly because of her physical appearance. I think she makes cute little bops, and God wanted her to be famous. God wanted her to be a rapper, so that's what it is. I see a lot of girls tussling online right now because this Icespice and Latto tea came to head. And basically, if you don't know, when the lady asked, oh my God, when the lady asked Latto, oh, finish the lyric, Latto was basically acting like she ain't know what the lyric was. And it's like, girl, you know damn well you know what the rest of the lyric is, because not too long before this little interview, Latto was showing Icespice love on her Instagram and vice versa. So it was just like, how is it all of a sudden you don't know the girl lyrics? Not that she has to, but it was suspect. So that's when it started coming to head that, oh, okay, these girls must have some tea. These girls must have some beef. I don't know. Little by little, you seen the girls shading each other. And now, as of recent, I guess Latto is promoting a new song that she's about to put out. And she had made a TikTok where basically the part of the TikTok, which was crazy, because my thing is like, I'm not dumb, okay? I'm at an age, and I know these people is at an age where it's like, when you do something, you know exactly what you're doing and exactly what kind of response you may or may not get out of the situation. In this little TikTok snippet for the song, it was a part where Latto was saying like, oh, I just want a one-on-one with her or something like that. And she's in a Sprinter van. And you know how them Sprinter vans, like the extra bougie ones, be having TVs and everything in it? In the back of the TV, you see an Icespice music video. Mind you, there's already talks, but not confirmed information that these two girls don't F with each other, they don't like each other, whatever. So of course, Icespice being a certified New Yorker, okay, from the Bronx. Okay, I'm a certified New Yorker, so I already know how we operate. And we see some funny going on, and I'm not just saying it's just people from New York. People anywhere could have this type of attitude, but especially from New York. If I peep some funny and I peep like you shading me or like F shading me, you got me in your video where you're talking like, she talking like Latto been talking spicy for like the last year. She been wanting smoke with somebody for the last year, and I'm not anti-Latto. Like, I listen to both of their music, but I will say I listen to Icespice music more. But girl, you knew it was a chance Icespice was gonna say something. Like, you telling me like you didn't review the TikTok before you posted it? You reviewed the TikTok, and first of all, if the playing in the background, I don't know if the volume was up on the TV, but I feel like Latto knew what she was doing when she decided to post that TikTok. And then boom, so she posted it, Icespice seen it, she was on, I don't know what she was on, but she was talking her shit. And she was basically like, I don't know why this girl got me in her weak ass snippet. All hell breaks loose. The internet is coming for Icespice. The girls are going crazy on her. They're like, oh, you can't even rap. Oh, you can't even rap. I'd rather take Latto over you. And da 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 da. Granted, I will say, Latto is a better rapper and a better performer than Icespice. I will say that. However, it seems as though Icespice songs be hitting a little more than Latto's. Like, I don't know what it is about the pretty girl music that the masses like, but Latto has had a few songs out of her plethora of songs that the girls are actually bumping. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that nobody bumps her music. People obviously bump her music. Like, she has millions of followers, but like, I don't know, somewhere her, especially for me, her, like, if I look at her whole catalog, which I don't know all of, it's only a few songs that's like, okay, cool. And I would say the song that I probably have bumped the most from Latto was Put It on the Floor, because she was talking crazy on there. But her music be like a hit or a miss. And I'm not saying Icespice music isn't a hit or a miss either, because it's starting to give that with Miss Spice. It's starting to give hit or miss either, but somehow with all of her drops that she's done, the music still hits in some fashion. And people love to say, oh, well, Latto is a better rapper than Icespice. Humda. But y'all still be bumping Icespice. Y'all would have, like, that's what I don't get about the internet. Like, y'all, like, when some stuff happens and, like, somebody is under fire, y'all will trash talk the person to the death of you and will still be playing their music, still tuning in, still watching their videos. Like, that's what I don't get about people on the internet. Like, the internet be getting me tight because I feel like it just gives a voice to so many people that should not have one. Literally amid the drama, like as soon as Icespice came out and said something, it was that same day, I think it was yesterday. Why is Latto in the Bronx shooting a music video? But from the snippet, the song sound good, so I want to see how the song sound. And all these people that's writing out for Latto, are y'all gonna bring her songs up the charts? Are y'all gonna make sure that, you know, her songs and her music is actually getting bought? Because y'all love to come out like, the internet don't know what they want to do. One day you hate Latto, one day you don't. One day you hate Icespice, the next day you don't. Y'all don't know what y'all want to do. I just be feeling like people on the internet, like the masses, just be like flip-flopping and picking and choosing when they don't like somebody and when they like them. That's just how I feel. And that brings me into this Nicki Minaj versus, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion situation. Well, before I get into that, actually, Latto doing a music video in the Bronx is crazy. It's giving her and Icespice about to be in the beef. And I'm here for it. Because, you know, call me a messy bitch. But one thing I love, it's drama when I'm not involved in it, child. Let me get the popcorn and let me just watch from the sidelines, okay? It's giving they're about to get into a beef, because I wish they would try to diss me in a song and be in my hood or my old hood. I don't know. But whatever. Let's get into this Nicki versus Megan Thee Stallion drama, okay? Because it has had the internet in an uproar for the last week and a half, child. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna get too much into detail on like the backstory.
Cap.
I'm sure there's a T page that has gone over all the receipts and everything and such. I'm just here to give y'all my take and my opinion on the situation. I don't know if y'all watch Armand Wiggins, but if you don't, you need to, because he's a YouTuber and I be watching his channel, and his channel is basically like a pop culture gossip type of channel where, you know, anything that goes on with, like, you know, certain celebrities and mainly female rappers, he speaks on. Probably about a year ago, he had mentioned that in one of his videos, because I be watching his videos religiously, he had mentioned that, oh, Nicki don't like Megan Thee Stallion. And people were telling him like, oh, you're always trying to pin the females against each other. You're just a messy da-da-da-da-da-da. And it was because he was been peeping that Nicki was shading Megan and Megan was shading Nicki. Okay, this all kind of started when, or after, or when, whatever, Megan hopped on WAP with Cardi B. And Cardi B, as we know, is Nicki Minaj's arch nemesis. And for some reason, it seems like Nicki, that if you have projected that you're cool with her and then you turn around and work with her op, you are now her op. So I can imagine that's what it probably was. But I feel like that's unfair, because it's just like, if I have nothing to do with y'all issues, like, why is it a problem that I decide to work with said person? Because I don't know if y'all know, but like, majority of the time, or let's say 50-50 of the time, when these artists like do a song together, they could be cool to an extent, but it's really a business move. Like, it's really, they're collabing on a song so that they can reach each other's fan bases. And I think that goes back to Nicki's whole ideology of why she, you know, doesn't jump on the bandwagon to quickly collaborate with other artists, because she knows that once her cult-like fan base, also known as the Barbs, see her collaborate with someone, they're automatically gonna flood over to that person's like music, and their numbers automatically go up. Like a Nicki feature is kind of like a pot of gold. A Drake feature is a pot of gold. You get a feature from one of them, your career is going to skyrocket. Like, it has shown on numerous occasions. And I mean collaborate in a sense, like, let's say they have a song that's like kind of popping, hasn't hit Billboard yet, but you know it's bumping in the hood, it's bumping in the clubs, it's bumping in the streets. All it takes is for one of the two to hop on the song, for now the song is on Billboard, and that person's whole career just did a 180. I can imagine that's probably why, or a part of the reason why Nicki don't mess with Megan anymore. On top of all the things that Miss Twitter Fingers, her being her little ex, Nicki being her ex Meek Mill, was doing on Twitter and the social media spaces of her, you know, her 4-day rant, of her little rant that she had going on. Now, Armand was covering this. Like, I don't know if y'all was peeping the shade, but in Red Ruby the Sleaze, Nicki specifically said, and I don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves. That was a shot at Megan. I don't know if y'all caught it. Armand caught it. I caught it. Somebody else caught it. But I don't know if the mass of y'all caught it. Nicki, she was shading the girl. Mind you, around this time, 2024 was not the first time Nicki Minaj tweeted something about Bigfoot. She said something about Bigfoot maybe in about 1 or 2 tweets last year. And we all sitting around like, who's Bigfoot? It was presumed that she was talking about Megan Thee Stallion, but we didn't have the concrete evidence to confirm that that's who she was referring to. Mind you, in this time where Nicki is throwing these little subliminals, Megan is quiet. She ain't been putting out no music because the whole thing with Tory Lanez happens. And then boom, Nicki puts out her album. She got on FTCU, is that what it's called? F the club up. She gonna go say, stay in your Tory Lanez, bitch. I'm not Iggy. That was a shot. I feel like that was a shot at Meg. That was the shot. And let me just add too, I'm not on Nicki's side. I'm not on Megan's side. I like both girls. I listen to both girls. So I feel like I'm being unbiased, okay? And I am, you know, trying to put myself in both parties' shoes when it comes to this drama. That was a dig at Meg. Meg been quiet. Okay, boom. She released the Cobra song. That did what it did. Then now she released Hiss. And you know, the little Megan's Law, that little Megan's Law line clearly struck a nerve with Miss Mirage. Okay, it clearly struck a nerve with her because as we can see, we saw what we saw. The whole world saw what happened out of that Megan's Law verse. However, in Megan's defense, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened between, like, Nicki was talking about, oh, she was looking at my man. She was trying to force me to drink. And I think whatever issue Nicki has with Megan is bigger than what any of us know right now. There's no way you conducted yourself the way you did. All because, you know, obviously the Megan's Law line played a part. But I feel like it is something that we don't know about that happened behind the scenes that has caused Nicki to go apeshit on Megan Thee Stallion. But in Megan's defense, you can only poke the bear so much until the bear bites back. So she bit back, and it was a bold move of Megan because, you know what I'm saying, putting yourself into a feud with Nicki Minaj is not for the weak. I wouldn't want to be in a feud with Nicki Minaj because I don't even think it's arguably, but Nicki Minaj is the best female rapper of our time. Like, granted, there were people before her that paved the way, but Nicki made her own road. So there's nothing that no one can say to undo the history that we have with Nicki Minaj. And I'm just saying that as a person too, that I grew up on Nicki Minaj. The first time I heard about Nicki Minaj, I was probably 8 years old. If y'all do the math, I'm 25, that sound about right. She is very impactful, and it's nothing that, regardless of how much y'all hate her or love to hate her, y'all cannot deny the impact that Nicki Minaj has had on not only just music, but female rap music, because as we know, it was a time where Nicki was the only person running ish. So for you to go head up with a big dog like her, you brave. You brave. But however, Megan, in Megan's defense, she was kind of defending herself because Nicki was throwing a little shade. I feel like Nicki was just throwing stuff up against the wall directed towards Megan, and she was waiting for her to say something, and she finally did. Now, did Nicki think that Megan was going to hit her with a little Megan's Law? And it's like, when I heard what Megan's Law was, I was like,
the ghetto.
yeah, that's definitely a shot at Nicki, because she was going off on mad people. Like in the song, they said she was coming at my husband Drake, but Drake be doing some stuff that I don't fully be condoning sometimes. However, comma, I will still stick beside him. Party, I feel like she was coming at Blueface. They was trying to say she was coming at Sweetie. I didn't peep the Sweetie shade, but Megan had a hit list in the hit song. So people are like so aggravated or confused as to why Nicki was so mad at one line. And it was a girl who really broke it down. Like her TikTok kind of went viral. It was all on Twitter and stuff. And I agree with the girl's TikTok where she was basically saying that, imagine, you know, coming from nothing, coming from wherever you came from, you get famous, you have a successful career, you get so many accolades, like you become one of the best in your sport, and then it's like you rekindle with someone that you were messing with in your childhood. And to my knowledge, Nicki and Kenneth, Mr. Kenneth Petty, they met each other in their teens. And I'm just, you know, again, this is me putting myself in Nicki's shoes now. Like, we from the same hood and we both Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? Like Southside Jamaica, Queens. I already know how it is over there. Now I'm sure how I grew up and how Nicki grew up are two different grow ups, especially because she's significantly older than me. So she grew up kind of in a different time. But Southside Jamaica, Queens is the hood. Like, it is not white picket fences. It's gates, metal gates, maybe a black one. Maybe a little nice one if they redid the house, okay? It's the hood. Now, it's not crazy rough, but hey, like when you live in the hood, you're gonna see some things. So I don't know what her and Mr. Petty had back in the day, but clearly they had something of value to where they rekindled later on in adulthood. I don't know if she knew him before or after the accused crime that he was accused of. However, she knew him from when they were kids. So it's like, when you know somebody from when y'all are kids, it's like, you're more prone to forgive them versus meeting someone as an adult and not really knowing their full life story because you wasn't there for it. Does that make sense? Like, are y'all getting me? So that's why I feel like she got back into a relationship with him to begin with. Because, you know, a lot of people have said, like, you know, her being in a relationship with him is hurting her career, it's ruining her image, her legacy, because he has this baggage that comes with him. So I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, Nicki made a conscious decision on messing with him, forgiving him for his past. She probably looked past all of that because she probably believed the woman, you know, wasn't being honest or telling the truth. I don't know what she thought, but she is with that man for a reason. And Nicki's whole thing that I feel is that, or what she has displayed is that, even though Megan didn't directly say her name, it was a dig to her. And Megan said something that at the end of the day, she knew was gonna wake the beast up. Okay, the beast was already, you know, one eye was open, but now both eyes are open at this point. And if we're gonna be real, none of these women are innocent in the situation. They're not innocent. They have both played a part in this situation and in their own lives with the rest of their tea and drama that they have going on. So I feel like for Nicki, you know, she's a person that, yeah, you know, anytime something happens with her on the internet, whether it's her man, the first thing they do is bring up the fact that her man is a registered ex-offender, okay? So I can imagine like how that would feel where you have thousands of people constantly trying to, you know, come at you for your relationship and the man that you chose to be with. And then you have Megan, who puts that in a song. I don't know why it was triggering to hear it from Megan if she wasn't expecting it. But for some reason, in Nicki's head, if you come for her man, like, it's one thing if you come for her, but if you come for her man, that means you're coming for her child and her whole family. Because that's where Nicki got the whole thing. Since you want to talk about people's families, she took the Megan's Law as that was a direct diss to her family and her child. I could understand the upsetness because, you know, she started a family with this man. But again, that was her choice. You made your bed, so you gotta lay in it. I'm pretty sure she knew before she got with him and made it public that she knew of his past. And she knew that this would probably come up because the internet is filled with FBI agents who like to seek information on people that they don't know. Nicki went on her rant. Okay, she put out the Bigfoot song. Do I condone this lady talking about this lady's dead, deceased mother? Absolutely not. I hate that Nicki brought up her deceased parent because Nicki's father passed away. So it's just like, so if Megan turns around and makes a diss track and talks about your deceased father, like, is that gonna be okay at this point? But I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I like the Bigfoot song. A lot of y'all was trashing it on the internet, and I can understand why people were trashing it because a lot of the things that was in the song were tweets. But I like the song personally because I like the beat. That's the first thing. I liked how she came in, and I liked the delivery of how she delivered it. And, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, like, she not even really rapping. She playing around. She taking it as a joke. Yeah, because she probably does take it as a joke. She probably does take this little beef thing as a joke. Like, her whole thing, the whole vibe of the song was making a mockery out of Megan and her deceased, and the fact that her mom is deceased and she lied about certain things and brought her mom into it. Girl, I don't know. Everyone's saying it's trash, it's trash, it's trash, it's trash. I don't feel like it. I genuinely don't feel like the song was trash. The song would have hit better if Nicki didn't spoil all the bars essentially online, but I still feel like the song was good. And then it's like, the lady said that she had about 4 more songs in the vault, ready to go. If I'm Nicki Minaj, right, and I know that I have several diss songs ready for this girl, and this is my first one out against her, I'm not gonna put my best song out first. Like, come on, y'all, let's use our noggins. Let's use our noggins. Why would she put the best song out first? And then it's like, I feel like as a society, we hold Nicki Minaj up to certain standards that the other girls don't get upheld onto. Because I promise y'all, if Cardi B released this song against Nicki Minaj, y'all would be gagged. Y'all would be gagged, but it's because it's Nicki. Y'all hold her to a different standard because I guess her place, because y'all expect more out of her. Like I said, she took the song as a joke. She was playing around with it because she knows that she has other songs to come back at Megan with. So why would she put the best one out first? For then, let's say Megan responds and it's time to go back and forth with her. The second, third, fourth, and fifth song, if it gets to that point, y'all gonna call trash then. No, you gotta build the anticipation. This is reminding me of when Drake and Meek Mill were feuding, and Drake's first diss song, it wasn't it, and people was clowning him. Then boom, he came out with the second one that completely ended the beef. Meek ain't respond after Drake's second diss. He ain't respond. I be bopping to the song. Like, I'm not even gonna, and I hate that it's a diss towards Megan because I like Megan. Like, when Megan drops stuff, I tune in. I'm not a stan. I don't tune in to like every single last song that she drops, but majority of her songs I tune into. Like, when Megan Thee Stallion first came out, I was super tuned into her and I F with her heavy. even when the Tory Lanez situation was going on, I was team Megan, you know what I'm saying? But in this, I'm not on a team, okay? I'm not on a team. And I like Hiss. Hiss is a bop too. Megan was going crazy. Then Nicki turned around and did what she did. But I'm not gonna be one of those people that, you know, succumbs to the pressure of the internet and decides to pick a side and decides that, oh no, I'm not gonna listen to her music. Y'all could be mad at Nicki all y'all want, but y'all are still gonna play her music. Now, granted, the Barbs take up a lot of her listening and streams and stuff that she gets paid on, but a lot of y'all that don't claim to be Barbs be listening to her stuff too. I just feel like the Nicki hate train has been longer than the Megan hate train, so it's easier for the masses to come at Nicki because she's been in the limelight for longer and she's had plenty of moments where people have come at her longer. But my whole thing is that where I'm confused is that where was all this energy for Megan when she was in court and it was Tory Lanez versus her? Because if I'm not mistaken, when the whole Megan Tory Lanez situation was going on, the internet, I want to say like 70% of the internet was, I don't want to say they was team Tory, but they was anti-Megan. 70% of y'all on this internet was not fucking with this lady, but all of a sudden now that she's beefing with Nicki Minaj, a person that's easier to hate, okay, because of her history, all of a sudden the whole internet is team Megan. I just find that really funny. And building back off of what I said that both of these ladies are not innocent, yeah, I feel for Megan, you know, because of what she's gone through. She lost both of her parents, then she rises to fame, and her whole career is centered around this Tory Lanez bullshit. Like, it's forever gonna be centered around it. But the girl ain't all innocent. Like, Nicki wasn't telling a lie when she said, oh, she effed her best friend's man. If y'all was paying attention to that case, it had came out that Megan lied on Gayle King, saying that she never smashed Tory, and she did. And it came out in the case that Tory and Kelsey were dating each other. So Megan, she's not all innocent. You know what I'm saying? I messed with her. And the same thing for Nicki. Nicki is not all innocent either because she was provoking Megan. Like, they both play a part in the drama. And yeah, you know, I wouldn't mess with somebody who is good for effing their best friend's man either. Now, Nicki slut shaming her, I don't really care about all of that because it's like, girl, it's your coochie. You know what I'm saying? If you want to bust it open for Tom, Dick, and Harry, that's your business. That don't affect me. I don't really care about that. People are so gagged at Nicki bringing up this girl's deceased mom, and I don't agree with it, and I don't condone it in any way, shape or fashion or form or whatever the case may be. However, this is rap beef. Okay, and I'm not gonna act like I'm super old, but I'm not super young either. And back in the day when the rap beefs was going on, especially with the guys, like, why don't y'all have this energy for the men who be saying the craziest things? Or not even the men, the female artists that have gotten into beef that hasn't been as big as Nicki versus Meg, or they're not as big as Nicki and Megan, that have said crazy stuff to each other. Shit, Cardi B told Akbar that her mom was doing some shit in a grave. Like, but y'all don't come for those people. But that's what I'm saying. It's easy to come for Nicki because the hate train has been longer. The hate train for Nicki Minaj has been longer. And I am not a Barb. I am not a Nicki Minaj stan. I'm just stating the facts. And I don't have receipts at this time, but I'm sure y'all can watch somebody else's video and they'll have receipts. Where is this energy? It's only because it's Nicki Minaj. If this was Megan versus another girl, I feel like the internet wouldn't be going as crazy as they are. But they are because it's Nicki Minaj. I was going to make another point, but I forgot what I was going to say, y'all. At this point, I just want to conclude the video because I've said what I've needed to say. Oh, wait. No, I have not. No, I have not. I have made a community post and regarding this topic, and I basically was like, you know, how are y'all feeling about this beef? If Megan don't respond, she's scary. And one of y'all, okay, let me pull it up because I don't even remember what Shorty said. Okay, Shorty was, okay, boom. The girl I'm assuming you're a subscriber. You know, if you're watching, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no static with you, but you know, we are having a conversation here, Bookie. We are having a conversation. And Shorty had commented on the community post and said that she don't feel like a woman is scary if she don't respond, but it just shows that I'm leaning more towards Nicki Minaj. And I had to check Shorty real quick because I was just like, girl, Nicki Minaj literally is talking about her deceased mother. And this lady has brought up this other lady's deceased mother on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50, 100 million times in the midst of this beef. So why do I have to explain that in a written post that if she don't respond, she's scary? Because she has literally brought up her mom. Like, what a sis said, oh, I'm sorry, I was turned off when you said scary. Then be turned off, love. If you turned off, then be turned off. Don't F with me. And me being somebody that has a deceased parent, somebody say something about my deceased parent, and let's say we was in like a little rap feud or whatever, I'm the type of person, coming from where I come from, seeing the things that I done seen in my life, I'm not gonna wanna keep it on the wax, as they say. I'm gonna wanna take it to the streets. I'm gonna wanna catch you slipping when I see you type shit. And it's like, damn, I hate that I like the song because it's just like, I don't condone the speaking on deceased people who can't even speak up and defend themselves. And I can only imagine how the girl feel not having one parent, but both of them. Both people that brought you into this world are no longer on the world. And you gotta deal with being in the limelight without having the comfort of your parents. So that's why I felt like Megan should respond. And feel me, you know, when I responded to Sis's comment, you know, I said something, if y'all look, y'all see. I said something along those lines, and I'm just like, okay, but I'm on Nicki Minaj's side. First of all, Megan said in her song, bitch, you a pussy, you never gonna check me, you never gonna address me. Well, guess what? Nicki checked you and addressed you. And brought up your deceased mom, which I know hurt her, okay? And everybody's like, oh, da-da-da-da, why would she say that, da-da-da-da? And I understand the concerns. However, Nicki took it to the social media, yes, and she put it in the music. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm beefing with a bitch, all bets is off. I'm not having no rules. I'm not watching my tone. I'm not watching what I'm saying, because the whole point of a beef is to hurt each other's feelings. Clearly, Nicki, whatever happened between her and Meg years ago happened. Nicki been throwing jabs. Meg threw her jab. Nicki threw one back. And yes, I do believe that Megan Thee Stallion should respond, because you're scary if you don't. She's scary if she doesn't respond, because you was in your song. You was talking your shit. You had your chest up and out, okay? I don't know who you was referring to, but 9 times out of 10, she was referring to Onika, saying that, oh, bitch, you a pussy, you never gonna check me. Well, the lady checked you, and not only did she check you, not only did she address you, but she's bringing up your deceased mom. So I feel like out of respect for her mother, yes, she should respond. She definitely should respond. Now, clearly, Megan is not gonna respond on our time. However, she's going to respond. Like the rest of y'all who think, oh no, Megan, she's above this, she won, she don't have to respond to that. Y'all are slow. Like y'all are literally slow. If Megan don't ever respond, I'm sure that won't make or break her career, but she is gonna look scary, because how can you talk this big ish and somebody talk some ish back? There's no more shade, it's directed towards you, and you don't do nothing to defend your mother's honor. That's where I'm confused. And that's where I have the stance of, if Megan don't respond, she's scary. Y'all saying Megan is unbothered? She's appearing to be unbothered. That's how you be unbothered. Because I don't know if y'all know like what the definition is of unbothered. Yes, it means what it says, but like, she's not gonna show her emotions online. And that sounds contradictory because she has done that before. But I'm saying, like, regarding Nicki, she's not gonna turn around and do what Nicki did She just put out this single. She's an independent artist, so I'm sure the budget was big behind the song. The budget was big. So I feel like she's just focusing on this hit single right now, promoting it how she wants to promote it so it can do what it needs to do. And I feel like when she's done wrapping up with Hiss, she will respond to Nicki Minaj and we will get the second installment of Bigfoot. Okay, that's one thing that I do believe for sure. But it's like Megan is gonna release more music, and 10 times out of 10, the next song Megan drops, the whole world is gonna be tuned in because the whole world is gonna see what her response is to Nicki Minaj. If you're gonna talk all that shit up, baby girl, Miss Pete, you better back it up. You was talking about bitches as pussy, they never gonna check you, they never gonna address you, and they did. So now it's turn to hit her back with a punch to the jugular, okay? So let's just stay tuned for the tea and the drama, y'all. And it's like, I feel bad for, not feel bad, but it's like, damn, I couldn't imagine being in like Cardi B shoes, Megan Thee Stallion shoes, Latto shoes, because, and any other person that is younger than Nicki Minaj that has had some type of beef with her, because all these girls, I think Nicki probably has at least 10 years on all of them. As we know, Nicki been in the game for 15 years. So Cardi B is, how old is she? Like 30, 31? 10 years ago, she was 20. When you're 20, you're legally adult, but you're still a kid. All these girls that Nicki has had beef with have grew up on her in some way or fashion. Have grew up on Nicki Minaj. So I can only imagine like what it feels like to probably, you know, bump Nicki Minaj. And I'm saying this as a girl where this is what I was doing as a middle schooler, as a high schooler, college, and just leading on to the rest of my life up in this point. Nicki Minaj, she dropped some ish. You bumping it on your way to school. You bumping it wherever you bumping it. Y'all rapping and stuff in the cafeteria during lunch or during breakfast or during recess, whatever the case may be. Then, you know, Nicki probably inspired them in some fashion. Like, it would be a lie for them to say that Nicki Minaj didn't inspire them. It would be a lie for Latto to say that because she was standing the F out of Nicki Minaj. She even dressed as Nicki Minaj for Halloween. It would be a lie for Megan to say that Nicki didn't inspire her because, as we can see back in the day, a few years ago, Megan was on Nicki's dick heavily until she hopped on WAP. And then Cardi, I know Cardi has said even one time that, yeah, she was listening to Nicki Minaj when she was in high school. So I can only imagine what it feels like to grow up listening to somebody, idolizing them in some way, shape, or fashion, pursue your own career rapping just to get into a feud with a woman that probably had a lot of impact on your decision to be a rapper and just you just being a day-to-day listener, period. So I can imagine how the girls feel. I don't know, y'all. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'm about to shut everything down and go to sleep. And hopefully I can get this video out to y'all as soon as possible. But those are my thoughts, okay? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you made it to the end of this video, put these emojis on the screen. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Later.
I think I lie